Honestly, I really loved the show. I love competition shows, and I loved the fact that it's not just about having, these big crazy personalities. It's actually about having people who are really, really care about their craft. So I've always loved the show. And of course, like my friend Maya, like she was the previous host as well, and she moved over to Love Island. So for me,
Mm.
it just made sense when they offered it to me. I was like, oh, this is such an amazing opportunity, especially because I've always been so vocal about, you know, black girls and makeup and, makeup in the fashion industry. I felt like it's actually a perfect fit for me. And it also, for me as well, solidified that always speak up and don't be afraid of, getting repercussions. Because a lot of times people would say to me, oh, you speaking up about the industry is going to have negative effects. And I'm like, well, actually, I'm on TV, so it didn't really have that bad of an effect, did it? And I just love being able to like have that, because so many people would say that to me, like, oh, the fact that you're speaking up, blah 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 blah. It hasn't affected me in a negative way, because it's all about how you speak up for yourself. But the bottom line is that I'm thankful that I did, and I'm thankful that I was able to, get a position at Glow Up, all about makeup. It was such a 360 moment for me.
And you have been slaying every episode. Let's talk about these
Thank
fits.
you.
I was actually at the press launch and you mentioned that one thing you wanted to make clear, you are the fashion honey. So
Yeah.
did you really plan these fits like to make sure they popped?
Oh, of course. Like me and my stylist Thomas, we plan from, I'd say, maybe like a month or so before we start planning. And I like to source a lot of my looks myself as well. So I'll
Oh,
do a lot of
nice.
shopping and stuff for some of my looks. I'll reach out to some of my favorite brands for my looks as well. And then me and Thomas will collaborate on looks. Obviously I've had my most recent look as well, the iconic Namelia look, which is the Hermès bag look, which
Mm.
has been going viral and doing the rounds, which I'm so happy about. So shout out to Thomas for pulling that look. But for me, it's very much about just being me.
Mm.
Sometimes the British public, they feel like I'm doing too much, and it's just like, now I'm going to do even more. Sally from Lincolnshire, thank you so much for your comments. Now let me find the smallest skirt. Let me find the smallest skirt. Let me find the most craziest wig. Let me find a wig that has diamonds in it now. Like let's
Yes.
take it all the way. Because actually, what's so funny about like the reception to my looks, of course a majority of people like love it, but really when when Blow Up goes globally, so this season's going to be on Out TV for our
Yes.
international watchers. The international community really celebrates my looks. Like they
Oh, I love
really
that.
celebrate my looks so much. So it encourages me to just keep being myself. And my advice to any young girls out there is like, always be the biggest version of yourself. People will love it. People will be drawn to it.
Oh, I love that. Do you know what's even more exciting for me is the fact that as a Black woman, you are hosting a prime time show. I actually posted this on LinkedIn and it was popping off. Everyone was in agreement. It's so good to see you
Aww.
joining the likes of like AJ Adudu, Alison Hammond, Clara Amfo, fronting huge entertainment shows. So how does it feel for you knowing that you can, like you said, inspire young girls, but not only in fashion, in film and TV now as well?
Honestly, it's what I wake up every day thinking, like, what can I do next? What doors can I open? What point can I prove today? Because I feel like when I was growing up, there wasn't as many people that I could look to. And then
Mm,
we started seeing people, as you said, like AJ, like Allison. And I was thinking, like, what can I do to be able to bring, leave my mark within these spaces and,
yeah.
allow young women to understand that when they look at me, I don't want girls just to think, well, I can't follow in her footsteps because I can't be a model. Like, that's why it's always been so important for me to do other things, like
Yeah.
doing my TED talk, having my blog. I've done YouTube, I have my brand, I've done so many different things. Like, okay, you might not be able to do this thing that I do, but you can try this or you can try that. And just don't be afraid to put yourself in, new and unmarked territory. Just because people tell young Black women all the time that they shouldn't do things, they can't do things, they're not going to be accepted. We obviously see a lot of, negative numbers about about being Black women, which
Yeah.
are true. Like, it is harder, but I want to be that positive number. I want
Yeah.
people to look at me and feel that they can do anything. So although we do have a lot of hardships that we face, I want to show people that even in the face of those hardships, we can achieve so much and be great. So that's what I wake up every day thinking, like, what can I do?
This is why she did a TED talk, people.
Thank you. Thank you very much.